tonight to celebrate Class 13's 5th birthday in celebration of a huge amount of work to get an organisation from a great concept in someone's head into the real practice of working with schools.
What's happened here is a gathering, bringing together educators, community members, young people, funders really to talk about Class 13, to lift up the work they've been doing over the last 5 years since they established themselves, and really to mark this impact report, which really delves into what Class 13 have been doing in terms of that radical pedagogy, centering young people, centering community, centering conviction and looking for transformation.
One of the highlights of the evening was a panel which consisted of the head teacher at Lillian Bayliss, as well as practitioners in Lambeth, specialists in speech and language therapy, and someone from Partisan.
One thing that really needs to change, and again, some of the work we've done with Class 13 has been really emboldening our student voice, but student voice is really key. And I think as well as being intentional, the other thing is you just need to listen, and you need to listen, and then you need to respect what you're hearing, and then you need to respond accordingly.
Across such a wide panel, we really got into some deep questions about, transformational change. We all want it, but what's the stopgap when this is all changing, and really thinking about, the fact that to get transformational change, it will take time. There will be some losses along the way, but we've got to just keep fighting. If we're not fighting, as Curtis always says, you're just getting punched in the face by someone else.
There we go. And now you can clap. For me, like when I went to school, my parents, and I'm sure lots of people in here as well, their parents said, keep your head down, work as hard as you can, and keep doing it. And then means that my sister gets to tell my nephew to keep his head down, work as hard as he can, and keep doing it. And he gets to tell his kids, keep his head down. And I'm like, what point does someone in my family get to stand up straight? Do you know what I mean? Like, at what point is that going to happen? So we really have to think about changing that environment, and that is exactly the work of Class 13.
Class 13 is a theoretically grounded, consistent and hard-working organisation that is going to make those small steps towards changing education so that it unlocks that critical thinking, that democracy, that equity that we really need.
The work of Class 13 is really important because the current systems that we are operating in are failing our children and young people, and we need wholesale change and systemic change at a sustained level. And so we are trying to prove that that can be done within education to make sure that young people can thrive.